Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, August 5th, 2022. Of course, I'm Darkside Phil, and I'm here to wrap up everything that we did on my streams today. As you can see, we have a new addition in the background that kind of looks interesting. I wish it looked better. There's not much I can really do about that because basically it's my camera that's the problem, not this really cool ghost lamp, Pac-Man ghost that we got yesterday when we were out. On my day off. I thought, it'd be something nice to add to the setup behind me because people have been saying they're tired of that silly box for my headphones. So I said, if I move the box around and we could move stuff around, we can maybe get this cool lamp behind me. I like it, but it looks so much better in person. It seriously does than it does on camera. On camera, this thing looks so bright that you can't really see the colors. And I apologize for that, but I really like it. It's going to be part of the rotation as long as people like it and want to see it stay. Something different, okay? So, today, I came back from my break yesterday, and on today's Level 1 podcast, I basically recapped everything that we did yesterday. Not super exciting or anything like that. Talked about a few different news stories and things that were going on. In particular, one about, stuff going on at EVO and stuff like that. A pretty interesting podcast, to say the least, to come back to. Please give it a look if you have not seen it yet. Then, the first gameplay stream today was Batman Arkham Asylum. As we headed into the end game, we're basically at the point of the game where we are in the final story segment, and today we did the Killer Croc stuff, explored around trying to disable the Titan, not the gas, but this time it's Titan is actually going to the water supply of Arkham Asylum and Gotham City in general. So you're going around trying to fight, the inmates while you turn off the water supply from everyone getting this fear liquid into them. And then we did a lot of Riddler stuff, a lot of Riddler trophies today, okay? So basically what we did is we set up for the big conclusion next time around when we'll likely do I think there's a Poison Ivy boss fight, the rest of the Riddler riddles, the Joker boss fight, and since it seems like there's some time, if people wanted, we could just do some challenge fights because there are like Joker challenges and Batman challenge fights, and then we could maybe do some Q&A. It all depends on what people really want, okay? But definitely the next time around when we do Batman, it will be the conclusion. Everything today was great. Engagement, support, everything was top notch, and I'm really appreciative of that, okay? Then on the late stream tonight, it was Friday Night Fights, Old School Street Fighter, as well as Darkstalkers and Gem Fighter in the Capcom Fighting Collection. Now, in previous years, when it was EVO weekend, meaning this is the EVO tournament going on this weekend, it's the first time in 3 years this EVO is going down because COVID canceled it the last 2 years. Well, it's not fully true. COVID canceled it 1 year, and pedophilia canceled it last year. That's not me making it up. That actually is true. So anyway, this year it's happening, and usually when EVO happens, a ton of people are playing fighting games over the course of the weekend, but I think it's a combination of two things. Number one, since EVO hasn't happened in so many years, a lot of people are watching the stream. And number two, I guess there's a special multiverses event going on to tie in with EVO. So I think a lot of people are playing multiverses rather than other stuff, because tonight, it was hard to get matches. I think the first hour we had some good matches, and then after that, the second hour, it was very hard to match up with anyone in the Capcom Fighting Collection. Now, we haven't really had much problem with it up to now. I'm hoping this isn't a pattern. I'm hoping this is a one-off thing tonight and not a big deal. If it's a pattern, yeah, there's going to be an issue where I really loved it playing Old School Street Fighter, but how are we going to do it if we can't get matches, right? What I was really hoping, which I cannot freaking believe Capcom didn't do, it's EVO weekend. What's a no-brainer thing to do on EVO weekend? Put your collection on sale. It's obvious it didn't sell well, or else there'd be a bigger player base. Put it on a discount. Sell it for half price. You'll probably double the amount of sales for the game over this weekend, and you'll get way more people playing it. They didn't put it on sale. You know what they did put on sale? Street Fighter V for the 400th fucking time. No one's going to fucking buy Street Fighter V at the end of its life cycle when Street Fighter VI is right around the corner, you dunces. Put the game you just released on sale, and more people will buy it. It really is a no-brainer, and Capcom has completely dropped the ball on this. So, I don't know what to do. We'll see next week if it's the same. If it's the same as this week, next week, we may have to start doing other stuff. I don't know what else to say because there's no way I'm going to sit around for, a whole hour of the night trying to find a match. That's pretty bad, okay? Let's hope for the best. Maybe next week things will pick up, and maybe it was just because it was EVO. All right, but again, all day, support was great. Everything was good. I have no complaints about today whatsoever. It was a great way to come back from a day off. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So what are we doing tomorrow? Well, tomorrow is the continuation of my Final Fantasy VII playthrough. We're in the midst of Disc 2. We're a good chunk into it at this point. We're in the middle of, heavy story. But apparently once I do a little bit more of the story, it unlocks a lot more of the open world optional stuff you can do, which I will do once we have, I believe it's the submarine you need to get. And then we'll go from there. So I'm thinking, if we're just going to beat the story of Final Fantasy VII, maybe 2 more streams. But if we're going to do all the side stuff, that could be doubling the length of the playthrough. Maybe 4 more streams or more, okay? So let's see how it goes. We'll play it by ear and see, again, how many people show up and support the stream. Last time around, it did slow down. Last time for the entire Final Fantasy VII playthrough, which is now at like 30-some hours of gameplay, it took until the last session for it to finally slow down. It had actually been doing really well up to then, which is unfortunate that now, all of a sudden, it's slowing down. I hope that's not the case. I hope tomorrow it'll pick up a bit. We'll get more people, more support, and it'll be good. Tomorrow night, I'm playing Multiverses, okay? I'm excited for this. Evo weekend, there'll probably be even more people playing it. I just unlocked Bugs Bunny earlier this week. I like the character build. I want to use it more. So it'll be Bugs Bunny and other stuff in Multiverses tomorrow night. Okay, guys? All right. Thank you so very much. Please have a good evening. I'll see you in the morning for the Level 1 podcast and fun Final Fantasy VII gameplay. Peace out. See you then.